Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Disco Elysium. I am your humble bard, Tim. In the previous session, we did a little bit of interviewing. We found out that the people that actually killed our friend out the back are downstairs, and they've admitted as such. But we don't fully have their motivations yet. They claimed that they were defending a woman who was being SA'd by the person who they hung. That we discovered was completely untrue. The woman and the man who was hung were actually, or hanged, however you want to say it, were actually having a relationship of sorts. It doesn't appear to be jealousy, at least they don't claim it to be jealousy. And so, yeah, at this point, we are now heading... I think I'm going to try and head back to the docks to speak to the boss there. Try and get some more information out of him. Do I or don't I? Because it is day 2. Let's see, is Kuno still throwing rocks at the body for the second day in a row? Good God, this kid has nothing better to do. Alright. Yeah, so we're heading back to the docks. We're also trying to find the female driver, because she might have... Well, you know, we know that she's actually involved in the hanging as well because of the foot pedal in her... Awesome. The foot pedal in her... What is it called? Her truck. Because she has the sandpaper. You know, we missed the guy in his office by like a minute last time, so... There we go. Hello to you, sir.
Before you is a walrus of a man,
It's a very
seated
big man.
behind a large desk. He looks up from his work, not the least bit surprised to see you.
His eyes are crooked.
With great effort, he straightens himself up in his chair, yet says nothing. He simply stares at you.
Are you in charge of the dock workers?
Welcome, Mr. Dubois, Mr. Kitsuragi. It's good of you two to stop by. Please, have a seat.
We know now. We now know. Dubois is my last name.
I'm Everard Clare, head of the Debarders Union here in Martinez. I'd offer you my hand, but unfortunately my health prevents me from getting up. You understand?
You can reach.
He looks extremely comfortable. The tiny folding chair, on the other hand, looks like a torture device.
You go ahead, detective.
Whatever he has in store for you, it can't be good, he thinks.
Okay.
I'll do my best. Forget about that. What's with this Dubois stuff? You're getting some seriously bad vibes from that name.
So why are you calling me Dubois?
Please, Mr. Dubois, let us converse in a civilized manner, as equals. Take a seat. I insist.
It's nothing. Yes, that's probably right. It's nothing. Forget about it. Filter it out. He's trying to throw you off your game with this Dubois nonsense. Don't give him the pleasure.
Yeah, I don't sit. It's kind of my thing.
Very well, Mr. Dubois. I respect a man with strong convictions. I, too, have convictions. One of which is that I will not engage with any man who won't face me at eye level.
Well, I'll lean forward then.
Should you find yourself more amenable in the future, I'd gladly resume our conversation. But until then, I'm afraid I must ask you to leave.
You're no Titan affiliation, buddy.
Excellent,
Fine.
Mr. Dubois. I can see that you're a reasonable man, and reasonable men can be of great use to one another.
I will remain serious.
So tell me, how can the head of the Debarders Union help a representative of the Revachol Citizens Militia today?
The chair you're sitting on has got to be the most uncomfortable chair in the world. It's violating your backside.
Oh, by the way, I heard you got a rather rude reception from a certain Lawrence Gart. Some people have no manners, it pains me to say. This should take care of that nonsense.
Comically huge check, okay?
It should be sufficient to cover your expenses for a few days and patch over your differences with a cafeteria manager. Go ahead, take it.
Hey, that's 25 real. That's good money. Think of all the stuff you could.
Yeah, that's a bribe. I will say I'm good.
Okay, okay. I respect a man with principles. No handouts, then.
Okay.
Now, I'd like to set your mind at ease about one other matter. Your lost gun. Let me assure you, Union people are on it as we
Jeez,
speak.
they know a lot.
I've got my best hounds looking for that lost gun.
His slug-like lips move, but all you hear is an echo. Lost gun, lost gun, lost gun. The world is swallowed by a black hole of fear. Only 2 words escape its gravitation. When he said, "Don't worry," he actually meant, be very worried.
So how do you know about my gun?
I know everything, Harry. Right now, I know that you're worried. Don't be worried. Everything's going to be all right. It's not like you left it loaded. You didn't lose a loaded gun. Local children aren't out there playing with it right now, pointing it into their own mouths. It's in a safe place. I just know it. I have a feeling.
Oh, they've
everything's
fucking
going
got
to
it.
be
And they're going
all
to
right.
use it to try and frame me later on in the game, I can tell.
God, you're sweating. Your knee is jerking. You're about to cry, aren't you? You're about to cry because you lost your gun.
I will
and those children are going to shoot themselves.
I will try to stay cool.
Mr. Dubois, you.
What is this, Mr. Dubois? He keeps
Yeah.
repeating. What is he trying to pull here? You need to cool the fuck down.
Mr. Dubois! Mr. Dubois! Harry!
There's no Harrys. Let your mind go to a safe place.
Mr. Dubois, are you okay? Can I get you a glass of water or something? Are you having some kind of medical emergency?
Maybe you could use your hands somehow, in a kind of throw-in motion, like you're throwing that Mr. Dubois act right back at him. He's Mr. Dubois.
Actually, this chair is uncomfortable, and I could use a glass of water.
What an odd demonstration of... you got me, Harry. I don't even know what. As entertaining as it was, I'm afraid we're wasting our time. And I'm an extremely busy man, as I'm sure you are too.
Okay, enough. We are here to ask you some questions pertaining to a murder investigation.
Thank you.
Quick, here's your window. Get yourself together and ask him questions. Police officer questions. It is about time to stop embarrassing yourself. Questions will help you regain some of your lost dignity.
Okay. I want to talk about the hanging.
Oh, of course. That's your main thing here. That's why you're in Martinez.
Yeah.
I know everything that goes on around here, and I would love to discuss it with you.
Well then, tell me, you asshole.
I mean, it's no secret that the lynching is connected to the strike. So much to talk about. Honestly, it's been weighing on me so heavily. I understand you need to interview me,
I sense there's a but.
but there's a thing that's been keeping me up at night. I want to talk about the hanging. I mean, if we could just calmly talk, exchange information, we could blow this thing wide open.
You know everything. Why do you need me to give you information?
Yes, that sounds good. Let's...
But I can't think straight with this thing weighing on me. You're police officers, aren't you? I have a crazy idea. You guys are basically door-opening machines, incredibly talented at opening doors.
Is that true? Are we door-opening machines, Kim?
I'm not sure I understand. If you're asking us to break down someone's door, it's not going to happen.
Come now, I just need you to go open a little door for me and leave it unlocked. A simple thing. Absolutely nothing shady about it.
That sounds pretty shady to me.
An excellent opportunity presents itself, sire. You could win the trust of the arch-liar, pretend to play into his hand. Then, should you wish, bend his efforts towards your own.
And why don't you just open the door yourself?
Harry, I'm a very busy man, and more importantly, I don't have that extraordinary physique you do.
Yeah, you fat bastard.
You look like you could run around all day.
You want to send someone a message that the police are working for you.
I repeat, I'm a very, very busy man, Mr. Kitsuragi, and therefore I must occasionally enlist outside help. So what will it be, Harry?
Look, I bet you don't know anything about the hanging.
Harry, my dear friend, I am what people call a local bigwig. I know everything that goes on in Martinez.
Alright, fine, whatever.
Fantastic, my friend. Just let me know when it's done and we can take our friendship to the next level. You can get the key from Manana. He's down by the gates. Manana's like a free agent in the Union. Special operations. Hardened socialist. A real free thinker, too. He'll tell you precisely where the door is. One last thing, Harry. Just open the door. You don't need to go in or anything. I just want that weasel to come home and see the unlocked door.
Okay. Well, I've just finished investigating the local drug trade.
You've got a lot of spirit clearing up the drug problem alongside this murder. I'll talk to the mayor and see if I can get you the key to the city, Harry. Now, let's talk real business.
Actually, Revachol doesn't have a mayor. He refuses to discuss it further. It's probably just a small nuisance to him.
Okay. All right, Joyce, the company representative.
Oh, that's very nice. I haven't gotten around to her yet. I'm very, very busy, you see. I hope you're getting along. One thing I want to make very clear, Harry, is that this is not some kind of union versus corporation situation. Everyone is just pals here.
I don't think so.
Yes, we're all trying to do what's best for Martinez. Don't feel like you shouldn't work with her just because you and I are such good friends. I'm not a jealous guy.
Man, this guy needs to be shot more than our good friend Kuno.
Whoa, that's so nice of him. Suspiciously nice.
So why haven't you let her in to see you then?
If she actually wants to see me, she will find a way. Any good negotiator would. And I just don't have anything to discuss with a bad negotiator.
He doesn't want to see her. It's as simple as that.
I find that a little odd.
I'm just a nice guy, Harry. I wouldn't be where I am now if I wasn't nice. Politics is all about emotions, and I want you to have positive emotions when you think of me.
Definitely not happening.
Okay then. Positive emotions it is. You like...
Of course, Harry. Let me just assure you one more time. It's perfectly okay to share anything we discuss here with this Joyce. This is a completely transparent organization. I have no interest in what she is doing, but I myself have nothing to hide. Your business is your business, and I respect your privacy. Just remember, none of this is secret. Tell her about all of it. My brother's picture, my singing swordfish clock. Tell her how overweight I am and how I'm helping you find your lost gun. Tell her about everything. Everett doesn't mind.
Okay.
It is rather interesting to tell people things about each other, isn't it? It was nice telling him about her right now.
I'm looking into your shady brew.
I don't know what that means, Harry. Shady brew? There are so many moving parts in my operation, I can't keep track of them all. You know what? Don't even tell me. Whatever it is, do it. Surprise me. Just one thing. If you can, make it even shadier.
He sincerely has no idea what you were talking about. And he doesn't care either.
Alright, what's in the container outside the
My
office?
dear Harry, there are literally millions of containers in this harbor. I couldn't possibly remember what's in all of them.
It was the one attached to the crane.
Harry, you smooth-talking son of a bitch. Time is a precious resource, and I don't have enough of it to count containers with you.
Smooth talking. Maybe that's the way to go about opening the container.
Why do you keep
should
calling me
at
Mr.
least
Dubois?
try convincing it.
Of course. let us dispatch with the formalities. You...
That's what the hanged corpse called you. Harry.
So that's really my name?
My God, so it's true. I didn't want to believe it, but you are a fantastic science fiction amnesiac cop, aren't you? What are the odds of that?
I think the odds of that are very low.
It might be a good idea to hide your confusion.
Yeah, I'm just messing with you.
See what his game is first.
So good to hear that, Harry. Apparently my sources were wrong. However, if you did have a spot of memory trouble, I could help you out. With my big fat folder.
Words flow like a river of honey from his lips. I guess word has already reached him. No matter. No harm done.
Are you trying to tell me you've gotten hold of some of our documents?
Mr. Kitsuragi, would you mind? Me and Harry are talking about his lost identity right now.
Don't just jump to the folder. That's not smart. Shows you're on the edge. Do some probing first.
I'll have a look at the folder, I guess.
Everard's large hands.
Oh, come on!
But the look on his face says, I know everything about you, Harry.
I've got nothing to hide.
Oh, Harry. Oh, wow. This is really something.
I'm sure it's not that bad. At worst, he has an old RCM folder, and I very much doubt even that.
Yeah.
So how about it, Harry? You need assistance, I presume?
So where did you get the folder?
Ah, this? My friends in your organization gave it to me, Harry.
This translates into, haha, you guys are so corrupt.
I find that very suspicious. May I have a look?
I'm afraid this is meant for Union eyes only, Mr. Kitsuragi. I'm sure you understand. Please continue, Harry.
Alright, let's go another
Of
matters.
course, Harry, of course. Let's not linger on personal details and amnesia. You wanted something from me.
Alright, can you get the body out of the tree?
You might have noticed there's one hanging on a tree behind the hostel cafeteria.
Oh my. Don't take this question personally, but why would I get involved in this matter?
Mr. Clare, the man was hanged with a cargo belt. A steel-reinforced cargo belt. It's safe to assume the Union had something to do with the murder. Besides, getting the body down would benefit all of us. It's a stain on the neighborhood.
Also, I studied the footprints at the crime scene. Worker boots.
I can certainly see how having him up there might start affecting some real estate values. But of course, all joking aside, I am going to help you. Jean-Luc, the cop who bested you in physical combat is here, and he has a little dead body in a tree problem. Namely, he needs it to be taken down. Please extend him this courtesy. You can find Luke down at the gates, but you already knew that. Anyway, he's going to help you, now that he's back on his feet.
Excellent. Alright, I'm not going to ask him about the gun, because I don't really... I'll screw it one as well.
Yes, your lost gun. My best men are on it. They're turning every stone, searching every playground, asking kids, grandmas, everyone.
Well, I sold it. It's technically not missing unless someone bought it.
Your gun will be found, Harry. Let me assure you of that. It's just a matter of time and effort.
The only way to find it seems to be working with him. He might even be holding your gun hostage.
So does this mean if I do things for you, I get my gun back?
Damn it, Harry. That's exactly what it means. I'm only kidding, of course.
No, you're not.
Of course. I understand. We help you, you help us.
Alright, I'm going to leave now.
Wait. You need this to get in and out through the gate.
Great. I wouldn't want to get stuck in here.
Here, you're one of us now. A real red and white Union man.
What a dip. Alright. Well, looks like now we can at least get the body out of the tree. Is this a radio transmitter? Oh, it's a speaker tower. Okay. Ooh, some more coins. So I can get in and out of the gates. I'm guessing that means I can get to the lower area. I don't have to worry about going through this side door now. Hang on, what is this memory all about? Oh, okay, never mind. So I gotta speak to someone to get the location of the door. Like, so the Union can bully someone. Gotta speak to our big man over here to help get the thing out of the tree.
Do not presume this has drastically altered our race dynamic.
This was something I had to do.
Our personal dynamic has changed. A little.
He means very little.
Yeah. Alright. Everett told you to help us get the body out of the tree.
So it was. You bested me in race combat to reach my superior.
Yes.
Then had him give me an order. I salute your cunning, enemy. I will go and remove the body from the tree.
You know, this guy actually reminds me of...
Bare hands.
He reminds me of Vulcan Raven from Metal Gear Solid.
You're so noble, Measurehead.
There's a but.
But while I am gone, someone must stand guard on the bridge. That someone needs to be you. Both of you.
That would mean you're openly showing the people that you're taking the Union's side.
Does that mean showing we're taking orders from the Union?
Yes. That is precisely what it means.
So what
Romulus.
if we don't want to do that, Lieutenant?
This is not going to happen any other way.
This is the uncomfortable result of not taking it on ourselves. I can live with a compromise.
If you're happy with it, then fine.
Listen to your little friend. He is wise in his childlike way.
Alright, off you
He's
go.
Miss Babe. See that they stay here the whole time.
What a dick.
The woman's gaze follows Measurehead as he leaves.
Harley Quinn.
So, you guys are like cops or something?
Yeah, apparently so.
Cool. I like men with guns and power. I'm Katya, by the way.
You hear that? That sound. He's breaking something.
Yeah, Jean-Luc must be really tearing it up over there. I wish I could see it.
I also wish I could see it.
Look at you! RCM rent-a-cops! Guarding that bridge like Everett's lapdogs! Is this where it's at now? The RCM is for sale!
Spoken by a mercenary, pretending to be a worker.
It's none of your business.
A shrill laughter interrupts you, echoing across Martinez. It's Kuno. Then
Oh.
the man turns to look behind him at the behemoth appearing around the corner, approaching him, walking past him.
He has returned.
The corpse has been removed from the tree. Stand down and congratulate yourself. You have sided with Ray's victory today.
There's no side choosing. We did what we had to do to keep order.
And what you had to do was to become a Union man for all to see.
So why are you not with the Hardy Boys anyway?
I am not the first line of defense. I am the last. In addition, these so-called Hardy Boys are an effeminate clique of bodybuilders. Their company is spiritually degraded.
Yeah, I can imagine that would be a real problem for
You
you.
pick up on something artificial in his tone, like he's putting on an act. This is unlike him. He is usually more himself.
So, what have you got against them?
Fine. They have recently fallen under the influence of a possibly sexually perverted female vagrant and a narcotics.
Ah, the driver.
It's shameful.
What do you mean?
Find out for yourself. Endomorphic blob.
Interesting.
Alright.
Some kind of superstar.
So, my brain unlocked a thing.
They say the world isn't ready for a rock and roll cop. No one wants their state monopoly on violence to be mixed with celebrity worship.
I'll take it. Some good stuff there. Alright. Now, was this the person I need to talk to?
So, how'd you like our harbor?
Yeah.
You've been in there, he means. Talked to the boss man too, probably.
Yeah, it's nice enough.
It's but a rest area on the path leading across open plains. Right, you talk to the boss, eye to eye, like men of the plain. If you have any more questions, I'm set to talk.
Apparently there's a key.
A key, huh? What door is this key supposed to open?
I don't know, I was hoping you could tell me.
Of course, I got you. You don't know anything.
Yeah, I don't, literally.
I got that key right here. And let me tell you, it's mighty good of you to help us out during the strike. Working class solidarity, as they say.
Something about a weasel and sound like a local bull weasel, if you know what I mean. Yeah, I'm not really doing this for any particular political reasons.
Oh, so the none of the above type, are you? I get it, I get it. I like to keep my distance too. But it doesn't matter. It's a good thing you're doing.
Okay.
What you're looking for is a basement door behind the greenhouse. That's behind the Whirling in Rags. That's all I know. Our organization is what you call compartmentalized. Means we keep out of each other's business.
Basement door behind the greenhouse, okay.
Okay, but where did you get the key from?
The janitor gave it to me. Nice fella. We talked about life and things that really, truly matter. None of this mess we're in. This jiving and juggling. What's it for? To feed our children, I guess.
Alright, got it.
I'm more of a philosophical dock worker, see.
Yeah, I can
I
tell.
like to talk about the big picture stuff. Who I am, who you are, what we are fighting for.
He means he's not going to tell you because
Yeah.
he doesn't know.
I get it.
But he will shoot his mouth off with you now that you're working for Everard. Who he is and what they're fighting for. This is interesting. Ask him about the Hardy Boys.
Kuno told me you were supposed to know about the armor.
The little boy had the good on his promise. To get me into trouble. To sick the pigs on me. Pardon the choice of words. Not mine.
What happened?
I was asked to look into that armor situation. Official Union probe, you know. Track it down, see who took it.
Did you?
At first I thought, why not? Maybe the pieces can feed the strike. Buy us a few more days under the sun, you know? So I went to this boy. He said he'll make me his prison bitch. He's got eyes everywhere, the cops in his pocket, and he's the king of Jamrock. Serves me right for doing menial footwork. I dropped that probe right then and there, and it still got me into trouble.
So, what did you
One more
learn?
move is all it takes. I learned that people don't want to talk to a drunk union man about some armor.
Fair.
What else?
Not much. Technical stuff mostly. That was the interesting part.
What sort of technical stuff?
I did some research into this armadura. Let's say I have friends at the library. I didn't get into the material science, just how it comes off.
How does it come off?
In parts. 4 in total. The helmet was the first to go. The kid says he tore it off and kicked it into the sea.
Yes, he said
I
that
believe
one.
him. The boots were still on the guy last I saw. too hard to remove.
Yes.
So, as I count, there are 2 parts missing. The gauntlets and the cuirass. This is where I left off. Too much hassle. More like a job for some militia.
Hold up, 4 pieces. Helmet, cuirass, gauntlets, boots. What about the leggings?
Oh, they're just gone. They don't exist anymore, if they ever did at all.
Yeah.
Forget about them. I did.
Alright. Well, I'm gonna find all those bits.
All of it? There are junior officers out there. eager
Yeah,
to
well,
do
you know,
things.
it's something
I
to
would
do.
leave some for them, and I would leave the boots to processing. But okay, let's find all of it.
It's implied. He finds it unlikely that you will succeed.
Oh, I have
in this.
no doubt. We might as well pick all the side missions up.
And Mesqui's epic then, all across Martinez. I hope it will be a real bonanza for you.
Yeah, so Kuno was using us to scare you.
It's a minor nuisance. It's all good.
He thinks, not yet. Better to get this business out of the way. Sweeter then.
No problem.
Alright, thank you for your
You see
cooperation.
that kid? Thank him from Call Me Mañana. Thank him for showing me the way.
Okay, gotta run. Now, does that mean I've got to... No, okay. I was wondering whether or not I'd actually have a key to the gate or something. But it appears not. Alright. Let's see what's going on with the body now. Yay, it's out of the tree. Oh, and Kuno's all sad. Oh, he ripped the whole branch down. Okay.
The corpse lies on the ground among the remains of an absolutely demolished pinewood branch. It's
Well.
gently laid on one side.
It's down.
Mr. Measurehead has done a good job. Nothing is too broken or compromised. The victim is ready for a field autopsy.
A field autopsy.
Yes. 1. Investigation of the scene. 2. Initial examination of the victim. 3. Field autopsy. 4. Transportation of the body to the morgue. We are on number 3.
Okay.
The RCM's 4-phase murder scene processing manual.
The fuck are they on about?
Cop's gonna cut his shit up.
Don't we have something? Someone else
It's
for
not
this?
about cutting. And no, you and I are detectives. The honorary rank of detective signifies our ability to handle the entire incident chain, from autopsy to cleanup to social work.
Wait, honorary rank?
An honor and a burden attached to your rank once you've proven yourself able, usually after 5 to 8 years of field work. Mine is lieutenant detective.
Ah, understood.
You are. Your station would not have assigned you on this case if you weren't. Now,
The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
Alright, tell me something, dead man. What exactly is a field autopsy?
come on, officer. You know what a field autopsy is. You've done 100 of them.
Yes, of course I have.
What you do know is, at 18.9 kilometers, the dormant shield volcano, Corpus Mundi, is the world's highest summit.
The f...
And the failure of the 38 single, Epui Descent, to crack the top 20 was the death knell of disco. But what a field autopsy is, you have no idea.
Alright, do you have another pair of gloves?
Unfortunately, no.
Ah. I have gardening gloves. Are they good enough?
They are better than nothing. Tell you what, I perform the anatomical side of things while you will take notes.
Ah, excellent.
In your paperwork, officer, just fill out the field autopsy form.
Honestly, I think I've lost my paperwork.
Now they only have one paperwork too.
Officer, what haven't you lost?
Well, I still have my disco trousers.
Yes, barely. I can give you my paperwork. There's an autopsy form there. Several, actually, but only if it helps move things along.
Okay, thank you. I'm sorry, I lost everything.
Yes, well,
It's okay to cry, Runkari.
Yeah, let's work off yours.
right. The autopsy form is near the end.
Okay, let's work it out.
The dead man stares in silence as you crack open the ledger. The bright red paper is covered in boxes and lists, describing the condition of his skin and organs in 3 parts. Above those, an 11-field info form needs filling out first. It begins with,
Okay, 1 assistant.
That's you.
All right, Harry, I'll leave it empty. All right, Harry Dubois.
The corpse is indifferent to your scribblings. Just lies there. The next box says...
Coroner's case number.
KK57.
Write it
Next.
down. Name.
We've heard the nom de guerre. Lely. It's better than nothing.
Write down
Write it
Lely.
down. What's next? Date of birth?
Date of birth, yes.
NA.
Age.
Roughly 50.
Try 40. The damage is so extensive, it's better to err on the young side.
42.
He nods.
Race.
Mondial.
Yeah.
Fair to olive-skinned, from the Isola of Mwindi. This is as vague as it gets. You might as well say whitish.
I'll write that down.
The pudgy mess of curdled meat looks neither mondial nor anything other.
Sex, yes please.
Fucky!
Male.
Pigs can have sex?
Right. Male.
Nor does he look male, with his pregnant belly and indistinguishable face.
Date of death.
We're still going with March 4th. 51.
Okay.
What else? 9. Body identified by is non-applicable. 10. Case number is the same as the coroner's case.
Cool.
KK 57 0503 0815 listens motionless, with the cargo belt still around his neck.
Evidence of
Only
treatment.
one box remains.
None. At least not after the initial examination.
Okay. I'm not sure. Didn't the footprints look like he was carried over?
They'd have to have incapacitated and carried him over. This man was more than a match for untrained dog walkers.
Okay.
Your central nervous system recognizes this gesture. It's the stations of the breath. Ecclesiastic, religious in nature, a holdout from pre-DeLorean burial rites.
DeLorean.
It takes him 2 seconds to perform. Somewhere in Jamrock North, a small wood shed behind Rosencrantz Row, Lieutenant Nick Feuerbach puts his hand to the chest of a small corpse, no larger than a monkey. It's raining outside, light drizzle. There is darkness in the shed.
Jeez.
Elsewhere yet, an obese female sits in a wicker chair, her silhouette bull-like against the window.
What does this have to do with
Outside,
anything?
Grand Coudon. The day is turning dim for Sergeant Mac Dawson. Hand extended, he approaches, to make sure she is dead more than anything else. And so, all across Jamrock, Coal City, GRIH, 42 deceased persons found today. 42 stations of breath.
Jeez.
We should start the post-mortem.
Turn the
The
page.
corpse cannot feel Kim's hand on his chest. It no longer meaningfully interacts with its surroundings. A thicket of boxes and lists on red copier paper tries to answer why.
Alright, external examination. Summary.
Clothes. The deceased wears armored boots and white briefs. The make of the briefs is Babrodine, I think. Let's see.
See, it's happening.
Babrodine, yes. Inexpensive. Size M. Color white.
The disappointment is palpable. The red-haired thing was expecting something more lurid.
Write it down.
The rest of the clothes have been removed post-mortem by scavengers in order to get to the victim's ceramic armor. Officers are in search of the missing pieces. Removal of the boots is left for processing.
It would be clever of you to omit the boots altogether, sire. If you are to keep them for yourself, as you ought to, you have deserved them more than anyone else.
No, I'll write them down.
The boot has a serial number. It's E50.100.100. The lines between the plates are in the shape of the alphanumerical. The number is purposefully concealed by the design.
Okay, write it down.
Tattoos. The upper torso is covered in a single, continuous tattoo, resembling a national pattern. It reaches from the right shoulder to the heart. The ink is blue and white. The assistant has a color photograph of the markings.
Ah,
Be
yes,
added
we
to
do.
the case files as document A1. The photo is taken on the scene, using a Trigat Mini.
Down.
The deceased has a belt for airlifting cargo around his neck, tied with a hangman's knot. Color yellow. Length 3 meters. There is a buckle on the other end.
I'll write that down.
Well nourished, athletically built, measuring 1.8 meters. Generally consistent with age 42. Preservation is good. Ambient temperature below freezing. Body hair is light brown. Distribution is consistent with age. The deceased had male pattern baldness. Hair is combed back, short.
Okay. Write down short, slight brown, male pattern baldness.
Lividity is consistent with hanging. The head is congested. Contusions are present on the head, chest, and thighs. Consistent with stones thrown post-mortem. Low velocity.
Yeah, thanks, Kuno.
Fucking low velocity? You think Kuno doesn't know what you're talking about? Velocity was fucking max. Talking shit about Kuno's velocity.
In addition, there are bite marks on the face, scalp, and chest. Consistent with predation.
I'll write that down.
Ligature mark.
Hand, pulling the belts. I was going to cut the belt off. Cool.
The steel wiring. There's too much of it. We need to remove the belt so we can get to the ligature mark.
You got just the right tool for that. The chain cutters.
Oh yeah, I got the chain cutters.
The hanged man lets out a joyous little bubble of rot from his nose.
Always good to think ahead. Now, we need to cut the belt to see the ligature mark below. Carefully, with as much precision as you can.
Okay.
See, my pig is gonna fuck his head off.
No, he ain't. Your pig's a boring fuck.
Okie dokie. Alright. Can I level up? Let's go physical instruments, because I need that level. Let's try this again.
You jam the cutters right under the knot. That seems like a smart idea. Yeah, somewhere there. Already, they're buried deep in the man's flesh. Then you rotate them to get a better hold. Then...
Fuckity fuck!
The lieutenant looks by, somewhat worried as you summon power words to your aid.
Okay. Rotate some more, please.
A really, really bad smell is coming from there now. And some kind of cracking sound.
Oh, fuckity fuck
The
again.
lieutenant looks by, somewhat worried. The lieutenant
I can't just...
looks by.
Yeah, fuck him. Fuck that buggery. Corpse fucking time.
Told you my pig was hardcore.
I should have a go first. I think I have a strategy.
Yeah, you do it.
He sinks the cutters into the knot, preparing to perform the cuts, with his elbow to his knee for precision.
I think like the majority of the checks that I've made in this game, I have failed. I have had the worst fucking luck with the RNG.
Yes, that's much better form than you had. Snap. The knot is slashed. Another cut and the belt falls apart like a flower bouquet, revealing the dead man's neck and the dark red ligature mark around it.
Here.
Thank you.
The rope rises to a point, leaving a gap in the ligature mark. The suspension point is in the back of the neck, on the nape.
As it ought to. This is where its grip on the curdled meat is gentlest.
Hemorrhaging is observed on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. The mark is well pronounced, consistent with a drop from 1 or 1.5 meters. Chest is intact, normal contour. Abdomen is protuberant, pelvis intact, genitalia...
No! It's gonna happen, see!
I fucking knew it.
Genitalia is male and unremarkable. No evidence of injury.
I'll write that down and move on.
Back is symmetrical and intact. Upper and lower extremities are intact, but asymmetrical. There are combat injuries on the right hand, thigh, and hip. In addition, I see smaller, residual scars, too numerous to count, covering about 30% of his skin.
From wounds sustained over 2, maybe more decades, dispersal and accumulation indicates long and active combat duty.
Extensive, way more than law officials.
We have a real museum here. Of battles, wars. Last item, hands.
I will let Lieutenant work alone.
Hands are clean. No sign of a recent struggle.
Put something on my microphone for a second. Were you expecting anything?
I was. Maybe I'm just not seeing them. Honestly, the stench is making it hard for me to think at the moment.
Ooh. That's all for the external. Well done. What next?
Internal examination.
Central nervous system. I have nothing. Do you have anything on this man's central nervous system?
Of course, there is a moral to be drawn from it. A moral to this story.
No.
Musculoskeletal. Purge fluid is coming from the mouth. Not injury related. Eyes and tongue protuberant. Hyoid bone.
With his eyes almost closed, the lieutenant puts his hand on the dead man's throat and begins to massage it, gently. A rotting smell erupts from the mouth. Purge fluid runs down his lips, black and viscous.
Yeah, jack that fucker off!
The hyoid bone is fractured. The rest of the musculoskeletal system is intact. Unremarkable. Respiratory system. Oral
Okay.
cavity shows no lesions. The victim has received dental implants, possibly after a combat wound. Mouth swollen. Hemorrhaging present in mucosa of the lips and mouth.
I will have a look.
No scream, no sigh of relief rises from the darkness inside. It's humid there. Sickly sweet air, unlike anything living. You feel like you're about to throw up again, straight in that mouth of his.
I will write it down and step away.
Hepatobiliary. NA.
Okay, write that down.
Same for toxicology and serology. NA.
Yep.
Cardiovascular. The body exhibits heavy lividity. Blood has gathered in the hands, feet, and neck. Hypostasis is visually consistent with the hanging.
Write that down.
Gastrointestinal.
Yeah, it's going to be a pain.
Digested semi-solid food in stomach. Voila.
Okay, I'll write it down and keep the voila. No, I'll omit the voila.
What's next on the list?
Injuries.
Let's see. We have bite marks, contusions on the head and chest, and a ligature mark encircling the neck. You'll need 3 fills. Leave a 4th one too.
Okay, what about the injuries we caused?
Oh, so we inflicted them?
Okay, I inflicted it.
Okay, so there's a spin-stabilized munition from a Kiel A990 muzzleloader lodged in his lung, and an incision on the thorax from a chain cutter. I wouldn't mention those. Better not to muddy the waters.
Okie dokie. I will keep it minimal. So back to the injuries.
Injuries.
Bite marks.
Head, chest, and scalp bite mark injuries. Predation by birds has
Animals,
caused damage
right,
to
yeah.
the body. Odontologist does not need to be consulted. And your opinion, officer?
Non-fatal postmortem.
Agreed. Next injury?
Contusions?
So, the scalp bleeds from a post-mortem head injury. A stone. The injury does not have the rim of an early inflammatory response. The perpetrator on the scene has confessed to causing it post-mortem.
At maximum velocity, fucko!
Has confessed to causing it at maximum velocity.
I'll write it down.
Coagulated blood sticks to his scalp and chest, where the countless stones have hit the dead man. Beneath, the description of injury. 2 boxes.
Non-fatal postmortem.
Right. Next.
And ligature mark.
A dark red abraded ligature mark encircling the neck, with a gap on the nape measuring, let's say, 7 centimeters. The hyoid bone is fractured, the cervical column intact. I see hemorrhaging on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. Depth of the mark, 1 centimeter. No signs of clawing on the neck.
So he was unconscious when he was hung.
Below the note, 2 customary boxes wait to be ticked. The man's head jerks to the side. The ring around his neck is visible.
Fatal injury.
That's it. We have established cause of death. It's not much, and it leaves much to be questioned. But it's a start. Let's wrap this up. I pronounce this field autopsy over.
Alright, then what now?
Now we put him in a body bag, and I drive him to Forborg for processing.
The lieutenant looks at the dead man one more time, then at his notebook, then at the corpse again. I'm sure we didn't get everything. There's always something.
Try to search the body one more time. Good lord.
You run your hands over the victim's cold body, his limbs, His torso with its swollen organs.
No, I'll
Maybe
give
the
up.
corpse seems to yawn.
Do you think we missed something?
You can't shake the feeling that there are more secrets concealed in the flesh before you.
Nah, let's just leave it to processing.
I worked as one of those processing guys for a year. They are butchers and clowns. I once saw 20 CODs go misidentified in 1 week. Chances are slim to none that they'll find anything useful in processing.
Oh.
In short, you and I are the last line of detection. If you're not sure we got everything, we need to look again. And for that, we need to refrigerate the corpse.
Alright, I'll find a fridge for the body.
Hey, wasn't there a giant ice bear sarcophagus below that building?
There was. Yes.
Yes. Now, I've rarely been disappointed by the size of a giant ice bear fridge. But I think we should still take a look at it first. Make sure it's big enough before we carry him over.
Alright.
Let's move. With every hour, whatever we are looking for in the deceased will become harder to find.
Alrighty. Let's see what this little shit has to say, if anything.
You missed a good show before. A kid came by and completely fucked the tree to pieces.
I noticed.
He fucked the tree up! Fucked it good! It was porno!
Mm-hmm. I wish I'd have been in to see it.
Shoot that shit at Kuno, Pigonaut.
I found your shack, by the way.
You found Kuno's secret door to Kuno's secret shack. It was closed for 5,000 years. How the fuck did you get in?
I pushed the panels aside.
And then what? You fucking there? You fucking Kuno's kingdom?
Not really, no.
He's trying to fuck at you again, Kuno!
I found a plate with powdered residue. Know anything about it?
That's where Kuno gets his daily hit of electric. Kuno Shazam. Kuno rides the fucking lightning in there, pig.
Of course he's high. Makes sense.
Bet you'd like to ride the lightning too, wouldn't you? You feel tired and old, but you could have that sparkle in your eyes.
And so what's with the tube?
It's a vitamin, pig. Don't you know anything?
Alright, whatever.
Okay, whatever. You fucking need that shit to stay on top of your game. Kuno goes through like a tube a day, and you look like you could use a bottle.
Oh, don't teach him, Kuno! He's gonna use it against you, Kuno!
Come on, it's just magnesium. Don't mystify it.
You're not getting this, pig. It completely takes away the hangover. It's like you didn't do anything. Like you stayed home playing with your choo-choo.
Okay.
Fuck you, pig! Don't do mag! You're gonna OD and you're gonna fucking die!
Alright, well, I've had enough of this.
Good call, Pigmeister. Don't come and talk to Kuno about his kingdom.
I talked about that dude about the armor.
So?
He told me you promised to sick the pigs on him.
Yeah, so? Kuno did sick the pigs on him. Kuno's a man of his word.
Well...
Kuno sent your fat ass running around like jello!
Look, pig. Kuno sent you to rough some people up. Kuno played you. That happened. Now you and Kuno should move on.
Oh, I'll remember this.
You got fucked. You got fucked, pig. Fucked bad. Of course you're gonna remember this. Now get the fuck out of here, griefing the Kuno. After this shit, you better have something real interesting to say if you want to stay in Kuno's face.
Yeah, real interesting.
Alright, I'm
Kuno
leaving.
doesn't...
Fuck you. Alrighty. We're gonna go around. We're gonna go into the basement later on to check this fridge, but before we do that, I'm gonna head around to the spot and open up this door. Possibly it's the guy that was smoking the cigarette that they're trying to intimidate, but I guess we'll see what the deal is. Is this the green door? No, it's blue. Is this the one we're talking about? It was a basement door, wasn't it?
This must be it.
Yeah.
The basement door is weather-worn. The copper nails holding the upholstery in place have turned green from sea air, and there's a knocker shaped like a lion's head. The royal lion, Guillaume's kitten. This knocker will last a lifetime and then some.
I'll just use the key.
You try to be as silent as you can, Finally, the door unlocks with a small clack. Thoughts race through your head. Good job. Let's go now. I'm sure there's nothing interesting in there. Only curiosity could account for stepping over that threshold. Maybe there's treasure in there. A white alligator. A fountain of quicksilver.
Ooh, a fountain of quicksilver is pretty good. Alright, what have we got to do? So we've done that, so we gotta let him know. Get the hangman's boots. Find the armor pieces, send the victim's body to processing, and fridge the body. Alright. Well, I'm getting shit done at least. There's a lot of objectives. Alright. Let's... So what's the time? I'm thinking that's where we might leave today's session. Because we've got this place we can investigate, or we can just run it back to Everett, and I don't really know what to do at this point. I am very curious about what's inside, like the reason they want to open the door, but they had the key anyway, so any one of them could have actually just gone and opened the door if there was something in there they wanted to steal. And if they said if it's an intimidation tactic, he wants to use the police to do it, so as much of a pain in the ass it is to actually work for this union or be used by the union executive, I guess this is what we're dealing with at the moment. Needs must, as the devil drives. Alrighty, so, anyway, that's where we're going to leave today's session. At least we finally got the damn body out of the tree. Not a very interesting episode today, mostly just the procedural stuff, but we are getting some progress along the way at least. I don't really get why we can't just... Okay, I guess I kind of get it. It's a different legal system in this particular world, because it doesn't seem right that you can't just arrest an entire mob. If a mob actually admits to a crime, then they're protected because you can't pin it on any one specific person. But anyway, it's very, very strange, but still enjoying it. It's just sort of the I think the frustration of you know what's going on, but you don't know the specifics of what the game wants you to know in order to finish the actual objectives. But anyway, for now, thank you all very much for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe. I have been your humble bard, Tim, and be sure to come back for the next session of Disco Elysium. Bye!